before we even look at how Kenya Kwanza should respond, maybe we need to interrogate the real motives behind what Azimio is doing. Because I think this is a coup being organized in the pretext of a high cost of living, electoral reforms, and things like that. Because you cannot start by saying that the president never won, that is your premise number one. Okay? The issues they are raising is that the president must vacate State House and that they should be allowed to occupy it. We all know how presidents in this country, how the president is picked in this country. The president is picked through a general election, which happened on the 9th of August and was validated by the Supreme Court. And the president was sworn in, just about 6 months ago today. The other thing that you find Azimio doing is misleading a whole generation of young people who, instead of them focusing on their lives, pursuing their education, trying to better themselves, they are trying to get them to the streets to only assist very few people to basically achieve their agenda. And so, from where I sit, I actually think that this whole maandamano movement is actually not meant to address any of the ills or any of the challenges faced by Kenyans. It is all a way of Raila Amolo Odinga and his team trying to force the government of William Ruto into some sort of a handshake arrangement, or basically trying to get power through the back door. How should Kenya Kwanza respond? 3/4 of problems, Sam, in the world, we are told sometimes they go away by doing nothing about them. The president has an agenda, and I would urge him to stick to that agenda. What Azimio is doing is guaranteed by the Constitution. So far, they have done it fairly within the limits of the law. We have not seen destruction of property. We have not seen loss of life or injuries. And if they continue like that, the constitution of this country at least allows them to carry on as much as they can. Kenyans are listening. Kenyans are also listening to the other side. And as you can see, the majority of Kenyans do not feel that what is happening right now is maybe the right thing. They do not feel like getting many young people out there in the street and disrupting business, because as much as there has been no destruction of businesses, whenever there is maandamano in a town, we know all traders tend to shut. They just want to sit and watch and see what is going to happen. So I think this is the wrong way of addressing the problems bedeviling this country. I would advise, if I was in a position to advise, and I'm not an advisor to the president, but I would say keep doing what you're doing, Mr. President. The opposition, let them keep, what we are doing. I do not feel, if they were coming with clean hands to address some of the issues, then this does not need to be addressed in the streets. It can be addressed the way we are here. Like here, we have had a robust debate about how we can move this country forward. There can even be a meeting to discuss the economic issues, bedeviling the country. But going to maandamano and saying we are going to take over State House, then how do you engage from that point of view?